For today's recipe, we're going to do a seafood bisque that can work with any type of seafood, like shellfish such as crab, shrimp, scallops, and lobster. Or whitefish like cod, snapper, grouper, or halibut.
Since we have some Alaskan King Crab, that's what we're using.
Hi, this is Connie, with another tasty, rich and creamy seafood soup that your gang will enjoy.
And hi, this is Vince. Welcome to our channel, A Quick Recipe.
You'll have a list of ingredients later in the episode.
But feel free to pause the video and take notes. We're starting with 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Let the butter melt thoroughly over low-medium heat before adding the onion. We're using one medium white onion that has been finely chopped into as evenly sized cuts as possible.
That's so the onion will sweat evenly and sweeten under the lower heat setting, rather than getting bitter as when cooked under a higher heat.
Once the onions are softened and appear to be nearly translucent, we add the 6 celery ribs that have also been chopped finely. When the celery is tender, we add the 6 cloves of finely chopped garlic. High heat ruins garlic, so be sure that the temp is moderately low to make sure the garlic doesn't become bitter. Now a half cup of all-purpose flour is added to make a roux, which is a mixture of the flour and the fat from the butter that forms a thickening agent.
This usually takes about 2 minutes to thoroughly mix and lightly brown the flour.
We're pouring in a cup of seafood or chicken stock into the roux and vegetables, so that the mixture can be whisked until smooth and all of the lumps disappear. This is the smooth consistency that you want. Now pour in the rest of the stock. And cover the pot and bring it to a boil. Then reduce the heat to a low simmer. Once the heat is back down to a simmer, pour in the 3 cups of heavy cream. It's best to heat the cream up a bit or let it get close to room temperature.
Adding cold cream to a warm mixture will cause the cream to curdle.
The seasoning that we're adding is a seafood bouillon in paste form. But you can substitute it with something like Old Bay, fish sauce, or clam juice. And now we add the needed heat to the recipe. A teaspoon of Calabrian chili paste. Or you can use red pepper flake or cayenne pepper. To add a little color and some flavor, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste.
The paste was so popular it made a huge splash.
1½ teaspoons of smoked paprika. 1/2 cup of dry sherry. This gives the bisque a distinctive nutty sweet flavor.
It's an ingredient that you mustn't leave out.
We're adding a teaspoon of coarse black pepper. But we'll adjust the salt and pepper before plating, to make sure that we have the proper balance of both.
Take a moment to subscribe to our Quick Recipe channel, and give us a like.
It makes it possible to create more episodes for you. An Immersion Blender is a great tool for blending hot soup. It's also a safer way of doing it.
If you're going to transfer the soup to another type of blender, be careful. Wait until the temp is cool.
Now add your preferred seafood. Try to keep it in decent-sized chunks so that your guests are able to enjoy it. And don't be stingy about the amount of seafood. By the way, if your bisque doesn't have the creamy consistency that it should, mix 4 tablespoons of cornstarch with 4 tablespoons of cold water and stir the mixture into the soup until it thickens. This mixture is a good way of salvaging it.
Part of a good seafood bisque is its smoothness and creaminess.
Now for plating the bisque.
Here's the list of ingredients for your seafood bisque. This recipe serves 6 adults, but as you may tell, we're preparing it for a larger group. First, we start with 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Then, 1 medium white onion finely chopped, 6 celery ribs finely chopped, and 6 cloves of fresh garlic also finely chopped, a half cup of all-purpose flour, 6 cups of seafood or chicken stock, a half tablespoon of seafood seasoning, 3 cups of heavy cream, warmed to room temp, a half cup of dry sherry, 4 tablespoons tomato paste, 1½ teaspoons of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon Calabrian chili paste, a pound or a pound and a half of the seafood of your choice, and 1/3 cup of fresh parsley finely chopped, for garnishing. At the end, adjust the bisque with kosher salt and coarse black pepper as a final taste adjustment.
You can review the list in the Show More section below. Garnish with a bit of chopped flat Italian parsley, which has a more silky texture than curly parsley. Delicious.
Bon appetit! Here are a few more tips and recipes that you may find interesting. Also, check out our website, aquikrecipe.com, for more interesting cooking ideas.
Thanks for watching. See you next time on our YouTube channel, A Quick Recipe.